get the ball rolling here, I'm just gonna do some stuff. That's the plan. I'm just looking at the staffs that are in Relics of Hyrule. There's no recipes to make these templates. Interesting. Okay. I'm working on Relics of Hyrule Gray. Is an oversight. Alright. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to make it possible to actually craft these staff templates. So I feel like that's important because there's recipes that use them, but they're impossible to obtain. So I'm just going to do that really quick. So it seems like, I mean, it's obviously just a forgotten quarterstaff plus a gem. I might make them rely on force gems because I feel like that would just make it simpler. And a nice use for force gems. Okay, let's see here. So forgotten, it would have to be just forgotten staff. There's no forgotten quarterstaff. Okay. So maybe you'll just have to be able to craft them from scratch. Maybe. There's already, I think there's already recipes. Yeah, there's already recipes to craft the forgotten. No, there aren't. Okay, there's no recipes for crafting forgotten weapons from scratch. So maybe, let's see here. I don't want to add, I mean, there's the forgotten spear. There's the forgotten warhammer, which uses the same handle. Forgotten battle axe uses a different handle, so not the battle axe. But it could be the spear. It would have to be both spears and the warhammer. You have to be able to break them down. I don't want to add a forgotten quarterstaff. I don't want to do that. So I think I'll have to. Oh, I might have to. I don't want to. but it might have to be done simply because otherwise the handle, breaking the head off of a warhammer or a spear, it wouldn't make sense to have 3 different recipes for one. It's just more efficient to make a Forgotten Quarterstaff. Great. Okay, well that's fun. There's the Forgotten Hammer. Okay. Fortunately, I don't have to worry about the battle axe. It's just the spear. The spear with a grip. Unless I just make it the warhammer. Currently, yeah, I could add. That might make the most sense. Because there's already so many forgotten weapons. There's a bow, there's an axe, a battle axe, a bow, a dagger, a hammer. There's no need to have another blunt weapon. It doesn't fill a niche that needs to be filled. And plus I would have to add to the display if I did that. So, I might just make it so that another option I just really don't want to add a Forgotten Quarterstaff. Like, what I'm thinking of is just skipping a step and just using the warhammer. You get a Forgotten Warhammer, and then from that you can just craft using colored force gems and turn it into a staff template. I think that makes the most... That would be the simplest and the quickest, and then I can circle back another time if I wanted to change it. Oh my god. I don't want to add Forgotten Crafting yet, because there's already so much going on in this update, so I think maybe I should just... But it's technically a bug, because there's some recipes that rely on these templates. But I don't want to put in a whole crafting system for Forgotten Weapons yet. There is already the Lolian weapons for crafting. So it wouldn't be that much of a stretch. Could make that happen. I feel like it'll eventually happen. Yeah, I feel like if I have to add, because it's gonna take a really long time to finish this update, let alone the next one. So I don't want to have people wait. I could just duplicate all these low rule recipes and just swap out the amounts. Like, that would be the quickest and easiest, but I don't really want to do that right now. I'll make a note to come back to Forgotten Staffs and Forgotten Weapons. I think I'll implement it in this update. There's a lot going on in this update already, but I feel like, what's one less thing? The Forgotten Shield is coming anyway, so... Did I already implement that? It makes sense to, in adding the Forgotten Shield, to add Forgotten Weapon crafting with it. Is it in leveled lists? It's in leveled lists, and it's in the Low Rule Cave, so it's already been implemented. And it's in the archive already, so that's actually done. Makes me feel better. I want to add this. I don't want to add a Forgotten Quarterstaff. I'm just gonna skip that. Like, that's just I'm like I don't know why, I just really don't want to add a Forgotten Quarterstaff. I just don't want to add one more item. I'm just looking at the... So, Battle Axe is 16, Bow is 8, Broadsword is 8, Dagger is 6. So let me see here. I'm just going to write these down. 16, Bow doesn't count, 8, 6, 11, 9, 13, 7, 10, 17. So... Oh, what the heck did I just do? It looks like... It looks like there would be some merit in making a Forgotten Quarterstaff, because there's the damage ranges from the Warhammer is 17, the base Warhammer, and I'd have to add, no, I'm not adding a Quarterstaff. We already have 13 through 16. It does jump a bit from the spear to the battle axe, but so it would be 12. If I made a Quarterstaff, it would be 12, because we already have an 11 in the hammer. But I don't think it's necessary, and I don't want to do it. Because that's 6 items. I would have to make 6 items if I made a Quarterstaff. and that's just not worth it. So the staff will just be its own thing. Hell, these could be quarter staffs, for God's sake. That would make the most sense if these were quarter staffs. I don't think... Let me look. Armos and Eldon. So there's only 3. There's the Eldon quarterstaff, the Armos, and the Goron, and that's it. Oh, and Bane of Arthropods 6. Which reminds me, there's a bug with that I have to fix. Okay, let's do some stuff that actually matters. Lost Woods. I'll at least put some... Yeah, rocks and things, yeah. Rocks and things that made by things that eat rocks. Allocator is done. Okay. Oh, God. Deku mask. I have to implement the Deku mask. Did I finish the Forgotten? I'll have to test that. The Forest Temple. I think I added the... I did... No, I... Did I add the... I did, okay. So that's something I'll have to test. But let's go into the Lost Woods, because we need to nav mesh it. Lost Woods. It's nav mesh time. I could try. Let's try recast just to get a. It's easier to make one using the auto generator and then refine it than making one from scratch. Hey, there we go. Nav meshing. Not interesting to watch, but it's a necessary part of the process. It means the dungeon is that much closer to being done. Okay. Bop, bop. Nope. Oh, jeez. No, get down. Go down. There. Alright. Have to tidy it up, get rid of all the islands. Those don't need to have nav meshes on them. Well, yeah, they're focusing on making AI do stuff that it doesn't need to do. Why would they use it to do things that like it would actually make sense for it to do? What am I talking about? So much effort is being put into making AI do things that don't involve computers. Get it out of here. I hate it when that happens. No. Oh, come on. Oh, this actually shouldn't be there. Whole section needs to be removed. I used AI to make this fan favorite game. What the hell is that? What the heck? Oh, wow. I use AI to make this game that everyone loves even better. Not interested. I used AI to make a picture of a cat eating a waffle. Whew. Sign me up. The really wild thing about all this stupid AI stuff is it's like not only is it putting people like creatives out of work because everyone wants to use it's just the cat has no like it just makes crap and it's being trained on crap. I could go on forever. Yeah, it's not Monday, but we had really, really good weather yesterday, and so my wife and I wanted to make use of it. It's really windy and cold today, but it was really warm yesterday. And we're like, why don't we like go outside for the first time in months? So we did. I was ranting about AI, generative AI, and how dumb and unethical it is. Because it's like, you have creatives, like people who actually have talent and skill with the visual arts, and then AI is being used to replace them with hollow echoes that don't look right. And it's like, And then people get really uppity when it's just like, hey, this is AI generated. It's not cool. What do you mean? I worked so hard on this. No, you didn't. The AI stole it from someone else. Like, made it in Dr. Seuss style. It's because the freaking AI stole from Dr. Seuss. It's just stupid, and I hate it. AI makes me mad. And what makes me even more mad is, like, this game is from 2011. And, like, maybe I should open a NPC that isn't normal. Like, Creation Kit is actually, I don't know. It's just, what frustrates me even further is the term AI now means something different. And that's really annoying because AI has been around forever, but now it's generative AI, but everyone just calls it AI. Like, AI packages, AI data. This game is from 2011. The engine is even older. And it's just telling the NPC what to do and how to react to things. And it's artificial. It's a simulation. And now AI, as soon as someone says AI, they think of, you know, a program that makes a taco dance when you put in number or put in some whatever. I don't even know what those acronyms mean. MLL, ML, I don't know what that means. Machine learning? Is that what that is? Folding note has arrived. Welcome. I moved the stream because we had good weather yesterday, and my wife and I didn't want to be stuck inside on a good day. We wanted to see the grass. Multi-learning. I have no idea. I have no idea what any of it is called. I don't pay attention. AI just makes me too mad. Generative AI just makes me too angry. And, like, once again, like, it's a fascinating technology. It's just being used wrong, and, like, it's unethical, but the laws haven't caught up with it yet, and people are making too much money on it for the laws to catch up quick enough. It's just whatever. Anyway, I digress. I don't want to get ranty. I also don't want to start veering into politics because that's a can of worms that I won't open. This probably needs to be meshed from the corner. Okay. All right. Little tiny. Yeah, that's a good point. And plus, if it keeps eating its own tail, then it's never going to be useful. Yeah, it's just generating bull crap, and no one will find a use for it. Why are you going up? You should be going down. Come on now. See, that's the other thing, is that people are figuring out how to counter it. I love that. Once I nav mesh it, I'll put in some enemies. Obviously stall children. Hopefully this isn't too tight for the NPCs. I might move this log because it's kind of in the way. Okay. Alright, that should be good. Let's just check that it's all one piece. There's a little extra bit over here, which is supposed to be removed. Okay. Let's just look at it. Looks good. All one piece. What's up here? Stuffed. That is actually a platform that can be stood upon, but I don't really want to. That's not always there. I could put stall children with bows and arrows there. In fact, what I might do. Oh no, no. Oh no. Oof. There we go. That. And then peek it down. Go bop bop. I said go bop bop P. There we go. So now there's a drop down between those two, so they're sort of connected. Right. Oh, Xavier has arrived. Welcome. Extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. I haven't seen I haven't seen them myself. Oh, they apparently leaked today. I haven't seen them myself. But I'm always skeptical when it comes to literally anything. So like a while back my wife showed me like the poster for Wicked Part 2 and I was just like, I don't know. But then it turned out it was legit and I was just like, oh, okay. But like I'm always skeptical. They're probably legit because I don't see how someone would have tried, like, gone through all that trouble to fake them, you know? Like, I feel like they would be more likely to credit themselves and saying, hey, here's a proof of concept of something that I think that would look good for Oblivion remastered. It is interesting that they're doing that. They don't usually do that kind of thing. I guess it's also good to whet our appetite since Elder Scrolls 6 won't be happening for a very long time. Almost done with that section. Oh, hello. Alright, that should be good. Yeah. It could be a proof. That is another good point. It could be a proof of concept. Oh, for the love of jeez. Get out of here. Unauthorized. Unauthorized. Get out of my face. This should be nav meshed. Nav meshing is just so restrictive because I can't put a path. I could put a secret door in here for the followers. I'm not gonna bother with it. Because, like, you know, I have to, you know, this whole section, like, this is disabled, but it's here. And then followers can't get across that. So this is really just for the mini-boss and the enemies. And then this, like, there's no way I would ask a follower to jump down this pit, because they would break their kneecaps. And then this is for stall children to sit on. And now we have to go to the past. Which is another great thing that I have to do. And, you know, the NPCs can't be programmed to figure out what to do with that elevator. Okay. Let's get that in there. That's not connected, and it should be. Ding. Ding. Nope, thank you. Okay. Pop, pop, pink. That's all good because that would be as it is. This can be unnav-meshed. There's nothing up there. Alright, so this should be okay. Oh. You need to be connected. Or do you, actually? Do you? Yes. Yes, you do. Okay. Is it all one piece? No. Okay, that's all out of bounds. This is covered up. So this. There we go. Okay. I think the nav mesh is done. Where's the other nav mesh? There it is. It's all one piece, more or less. So, we're going to do that, and we're going to do that. Boom. Cool. Nav mesh is done for the Lost Woods, so we're going to save. Beep. Yeah, something that I've been thinking about is for these development streams, it would make sense for there to be music in the background. I wish I could find like public domain music that would not get flagged, you know? Because that's the issue, is like music, even if it's classical music, then the artists who are like the orchestra or whoever could copyright it, and then you get flagged that way. I wonder if there's like a Kevin MacLeod like a whole like Kevin MacLeod list, best of Kevin MacLeod. It's worth a shot. Just kind of quiet in the background like that. I don't know. It might be worth it. And try the experiment, see if YouTube freaks out. Plus, it's nice for me. It keeps me from going insane, having music. So many. Well, one thing I do need to do. Yeah, it's taking forever to close. To save. One thing I do need to do is make a projectile for the Deku Mask. Look at this. Okay. So that's So it might have to be just like the Deku, a retextured Deku, Deku Nut? Deku Nut projectile, yeah. Yeah, I have to look like, I have to take off the emissive. Get rid of that. Make a new texture. Oh. I didn't realize that's what it was in Majora's Mask. So what I could do... I mean, I could just give it a different... quite work. I'm just experimenting here. Soup. Just like an existing texture. Architecture, temple. Yeah, it just kind of comes back to that. I feel like... Yeah, no, I'm definitely not gonna... What my plan is... Also... Oh... Is that just what the Nordic barnacle looks like? What does a Nordic barnacle look like by default? Did I already make one? Oh, that's just a default barnacle. That's just not gonna. That's not gonna work. If that's the default barnacle, that's not. But there is a texture in here that I could rework to be the proper texture. So let me. So that's the Deku nut. So let me edit this texture that's probably not used by anything. Weapons, Hylian, Deku. I can get rid of the normal map. But this... So my plan is that it's going to spit Deku Seeds. It's going to be Bullet Seed. It's going to be a rapid fire kind of thing. Wow, that's a real nice texture there. No, not vibrance. Alexa, stop. Oh, wait. Oh, okay, yeah, it was reminding me about my laundry. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, like that, and get a wood texture. And overlay that. Maybe not. I'll brighten it up because that looks very dark. I don't think anyone's going to be looking too closely at these. I hope they won't. No, that looks like crap. Okay. how about this? This one looks better. This more saturated. I just wanted it to have a different color to it than the then alpha. What alpha information? Oh, there was alpha information. Shit. The Deku Nut. I just wanted it to look different from the Deku Nut. Alright, let's go... Technically, this should be in the Hylian plants section. And we'll get rid of the emissive. And the glue map. That's better. Put an environment map on, maybe. Ew. Cube maps. What? Where are all the cube maps? I have to re-extract all the cube maps. Yeah. Alright, I need to re-extract the cube maps. It's really fun having this music. Like this, I don't know why I went so long without trying this. This music's fun. Now, hopefully, I don't get slammed with some sort of horrible... Because this is all public domain. Like, this is all Creative Commons music. Like, that's what Kevin MacLeod does, is he just makes stuff for people to use. Cube maps. actually utilize them. Textures, cube maps. No, no. There we go. Now it has kind of a more of a shiny look. I mean, we could go nuts with it and make it like green, have a little bit of a green to it. There's also orichalcum. Ooh. That looks like it's covered in a layer of slime, you know? Yeah, in on Earth, ebony is a wood, but in Skyrim it's not. Okay, I think that works. Yeah, without it, it looks like that. With it, it looks like that. Okay. I think that's gonna be what we go with. And something I also want to do is make it spin. So can I make that? Can I just copy this? Yes. Nope. Okay. Maybe spinning is not in the cards. I mean, I could just copy it into here. Ah, that might be too complex. Target? Oh, maybe not. What if I were to purchase fast food and disguise it as my own cooking? Nope. Okay. Under palette. Yeah, no, that's way too complex. It'd be better if I copied and pasted it into this. Which might be possible, actually. No, don't save them. Because that's only one... I don't know about that. I don't know. Obviously, I would get rid of this, that, and then this would have to, the collision object will have to adjust. What is the collision? Broken stone. I can change the spin. I'm just gonna... Nope. Let's see here. Okay, that's sufficient. That's good. It's not quite in the right spot. But it does need to be... Oh, I can translate it a bit more. Okay, so I want it to be 0.3. Boom. Okay, let's make it 0.35. Nope, 0.35. That's better. Okay. So, if I adjust the spin... Keys, translation, rotation, linear key. Frequency, stop time is 3.3. Okay, that's the same. That one was getting on my nerves. Okay, I can close this, and I'll keep this one around. Actually, let me close this also, because I also need to make the Maku Seed. Not tools, textures. Textures... Clutter, alien paintings. Oh, it's right there at the bottom. Alien plants. Deku seed. So I'll keep that open. Alright, let's see if we can slow this momentum. Or I need to save this before I mess it up. Deku. Deku seed projectile. I'll do projectile O2. Alright. So there should be data in here that determines... Okay. Ah, that's pi. Okay, so we have to make it half of pi. Okay. 8.141, no. 15926 divided by 2. So we have to change it to 15.707963. Wait, was that... Did that make it bigger? Okay, it's making it slower. That is slower. Why does it stop? It stops at 0.25. There we go. That's better. Okay. So now it's spinning slower. That's the default. Deku Seed projectile. Yes. And Deku Nut. I want to look at the Deku Nut. Nope, I didn't mean to do that. Deku Nut. Because we need to retexture that for the Maku Seed. Oh. Oracle of Ages. Okay. Oh, that's not what to do. Big old crystal balls. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So my plan, here's my plan. One of them, so this one, so I'll make two. I will make two. So there'll be one you'll find. Oh, I should download this one too. You'll find one with this symbol on it, and then another with that symbol on it. So first I'm gonna make this one, and let me see how this UV looks. Okay, that's a little problematic. I might have to use a different source instead of using the barnacle. I mean, The Briar Heart. Briar Heart's a real good contender. Because it makes it look more like a seed. Ooh. There's the pearl. Oh, that's the normal pearl. There's a small pearl. I don't really want to make it like a sphere. Ooh, Swambobunka Bunka. That, honestly, the Swamp Fungal Pod might be the ticket. That might be the best option because it already has the leaves. We can make those green. It's round. Just make it look less like a weird eyeball. So Swamp Fungal Pod is a good contender. The Briar Heart is another option, but I feel like the Swamp Fungal Pod is more accurate. I mean, the sprite, there's a lot of work with. It has the leaves, it's round, so that might be the best option. We're gonna skip this one. I don't like it that much. Thank you. Yeah. For now, I will just extract it out. So, my goal, I have like 30 minutes-ish, a little over 30 minutes to finish, or to do something. So my goal is to at least make the Maku Seeds. That I'll be able to do that. Let me see what it actually is. Fungal pod, swamp fungal pod. Oh, it's in plants. Alright, how about you sort? Plants. Sort fungal pod. Swamp fungal pod. Extract. To the desktop. Oh, it would help if I extracted the texture as well, but we'll get there. Alien plants. That's the wrong one. Alright, first let's look at the I love how it's a sphere. Okay. Edit UV. So the leaves are all separate. And this is two separate pieces. Which is a little annoying, but I think I can work with that. Alright. I don't need to, but this will be Maku Seed 1. And we'll copy it for the next one. Okay. Decanut, thanks for your service. Alright, let's extract the texture. do. This one's fun. Quirky dog. Whee! Open. Open sesame. I'll do them separately, because otherwise they'll get lumped into a folder. Oh, get in there. Okay. Hylian plants. Gonna rename this Maku Seed. Maku Seed. Alright. So, hit the wrong button there. Ooh. Rest in peace. Rest in pepperoni, CPU. Get over here and minimize. That's what I was looking for. So, I don't need the Deku Seed texture anymore. Fortunately, it has radial symmetry, so it might be as simple as doing that. Just centering it on there. Obviously, it needs to be the right color. So, it needs to be orange on cyan. Orange on cyan. And we'll put some green on the leaf parts. Make the green a little dull. Nope. I'll do hue, thank you. Highlight cyan. All the cyan. Give me all the cyan you have. Okay. That, dink. That looks pretty darn good. We're gonna blur it. Look at that. Alright. Let's just see if we can duplicate that. This is just a quick and dirty approach here. Alright. Maku Seed 01. Is there alpha? I already have to check. Okay. There's alpha. Maku Seed 01. Place it. Yes. Okay. Maku Seed 01. And we will make you textures, clutter, gradients. Nope. Hylian plants. Maku Seed 01. Maku Seed N. And we're gonna give it a Q environment map. Just to give it a little bit of a shine. It's gonna be subtle. Alright, I mean, that's a very quick like super quick mock-up of the Maku Seed. It definitely doesn't quite work because the symmetry is off. It's rate 3. It has to be 3. There's only 2. So I might have to figure out how to make that work. There's 3 there and 3 there. I have to completely redo the... The other option is I keep the leaves, but cull the flower, cull the fungus pod. I keep all this leaf stuff, which probably needs to be a little greener, and just replace it with a little nugget. That might make the most sense. I think I could do that. The symbol upside down? Oh, maybe. Oh, you're right. You're 100% right. Yeah, no, I was overcomplicating it. It literally would be just that. Because it needs to have the triangle down here. Like that. Alright, let's try that. Oh, forgot to erase these. Well, it kind of worked. I think I need to make these like... has to fit all of it on there like that. And then like again, this is just a mock-up. Well, what if the symbol was just on one half of it and not the other? So, like, what if I just took this and just slapped it like that? It doesn't have to be centered. That works better. Then we don't have to faff around with any... Excuse me. We don't have to faff around with anything. It's just like that. That might be the best option. I think I might flip it upside down though. And I also need to get rid of these weird vein things. Okay. That looks better. I might darken this a bit so it doesn't... Oh, maybe I can't. Okay. I think that's fine. That's good. Okay. Let's see how that looks. That'll do. Okay. I'll make the leaves a little greener. Alright. So that's the first Maku seed. And I'll probably tighten up the top up here because it's a single point, so I could like bring it into Outfit Studio and kind of pop that up, but it looks the part, and I also kind of want it to be bigger. is a sphere. Radius... Oh, no. There we go. Cool. And then I can change the color to the other Maku Seed. It's ages. Let's get seasons in here. So let's do hue saturation to the other pink. That looks good. Nope. And then we'll get rid of these. We'll make that the same hue 48. And we'll... Alright, this... Is it over? Volatile reaction, is that done? Good. Because I was going to change it, because it was getting really distracting. Color balance. Cyan, cyan, cyan. Bump up the saturation on that. Do blur. That's the wrong shade. That's better. And the leaves are actually a different shade of green as well. They're a little bluer. Okay. That should be good. Save this. Maku Seed 02. I have been watching the progress, and I'm definitely impressed with how it looks. If they make it into a chainsaw, I'm quitting. If they make it into a chain sword and then people legitimately want that, I'm quitting. I'm done. Simple gray is not the option. Shiny dull might be the best option. Yeah, there's no way in hell if somebody like that came out a little strong. But if somebody's like, "Oh, could we have the Skyward Sword by Breath of the Wild design?" No. Like if it's that minor of a shift, I'm not doing it. Let me turn off environment map just for really quick. No, it doesn't change it that much. Okay. This is Maku Seed 02. Boom. Alright. I think we're good. So I'm just going to... Well, I lost the... I can adjust it if I need to. I forgot to save the PDF. Oh well. Maku Seed. 2001. Oh, that looks really good. Okay. Nope. That looks less good. That looks fine. Oh, I didn't look at it with normal lighting. Okay, first thing I need to do... Okay. First I need to make another seed pod Maku 02. So that's 02. This is 01. Okay, so now we have to figure out Maku. So there are 3 instances. This is the first one, I believe. You enter and it's there. Yeah, that's the present. So I'm gonna label this one Maku Seed Pod 01 present. So this can be Maku Seed Pod 01. So then this one, that's up there. So where's the third one? So this is also the present. Is that another one? That's another one. Okay. So they're all in the present. There's none in the past. So this can be 02. But then I don't know if this one has a use. This is sort of the last one that you find. So there wouldn't be more than one. So this should be, or there wouldn't be more than one of each. So I'm going to replace this with that. So this one, alright. This actually should hold the Deku mask. And I need to add another bit of fun to the dungeon. So this should be the Deku mask. So I'm going to delete that for now just to... Actually, if anything, the Deku mask should be on an altar or something. It shouldn't be in a seed pod. I won't be able to make the Deku mask tonight, I just don't have time. Okay, so... what do you do? Maku Seed Soil 03. Maku Parent 02. Remove item mod. Oh! That's the magic plant. Yeah, I'm gonna do, yeah, an entire... Yep, that's me. That's definitely me. Maku Seed 01. Maku Seed 01. Okay, so they both... So this would be Maku Seed, the first one, because this is the first. And then this... That is Maku Parent 1, which makes this half of the dungeon accessible. So that one's normal. So this one would need Maku Seed 02. No. This requires Maku Seed 01. The other one, this one, it enables number 2, so it needs number 2. So really, this one should be 02, and this one should be 01. There. Okay. So now we have both Maku Seeds, like, actually set. And we have a few minutes left, so I should probably test it. Yeah, let's test it before we add enemies. Also, it might take 10 billion years to save, so I need to save it. I already added the Deku Nut, or Dark Nut Mace. Okay. Yeah, no, the Kokiri. So the Kokiri Emerald is. I think it's been placed. I need to double check. So it is. The plan is for it to be in Driftshade Refuge, so it's not in a special dungeon just for it. It's unique in that regard. The current plan for how it works, the Kokiri Emerald will be found in Driftshade. Goron Ruby will be in Snow Peak. Zora Sapphire will be in an expansion to the Winterhold Secret Grotto. And requires the Goron Ruby. So the Kokiri Emerald is just kind of like chilling as its own thing. The other two are sort of tucked away. Oh, it's saved. Cool. Okay. Let's... I'm going to quit Creation Kit, and we're going to test it. Oh, I forgot to look. I'll check using Xedit. Alright, we'll turn that off. Let's check Xedit. Double check to make sure I did actually implement it. Carry Emerald in Driftshade Cellar. Yeah, Mossy Chest. It's a chest that's mossy. Well, I mean, I did put vines around it. It's also like the whole point of Relics of Hyrule is that things have moved around, like things have changed hands a million times. So the Kokiri Emerald was found and taken and then shoved in a chest. It would make sense for it to be somewhere with greenery, but the whole point is that it was taken away from where it's supposed to be. It's somewhere that it's not supposed to be. If somebody found it, oh, there's a pretty emerald, and they put it away, shove it in a chest because they don't regard it with any they don't regard it as having any importance, which is symbolic. We can leave it to the imagination. I'm not going to pinpoint exactly how it got to Driftshade. Alright, I have to start a new character because the scripts might have changed, and I just have to be absolutely sure. like war axes. Oh, it's Dark Shade, not Drift Shade. It would have been really fun if it was Drift Shade. Alright. Alright. Check this. Seed pod. Maku Seed. There it is. I might change... Oh, actually it looks really good in game. I might change it so it defaults to that so that you can actually see it. Alright. And we go back in time. Oh, that's right. Eight. At least, yeah, I can. I'll probably just spin it 180 degrees along that axis, and it would feed two birds with one scone. Tomb of Echoes. 9A. 4F 940. Tomb of Echoes. Boom. Okay. That's the magic plant, so we're gonna plant it up here. Oh, I don't have the required item. Ah, it's this one. That's perfect then, because then it forces you to use the right seed first. I'm a magic plant. There. Hello? That was weird. I don't know why I did that. Pink. That one looks good too. I could name them differently. Maku Seed of Ages and Maku Seed of Seasons. Just so they're distinctive from each other. And then this one... Boom. Okay, good. We can't go up there. And I'll just double check. And that worked. And we're good. Cool. And then the Deku Mask will be in here. Alright, cool. So, that is gonna be it for tonight. I will not be streaming next week because my work schedule is weird. But I will come back to it the week after, hopefully. Thanks everybody for watching. And keep being cool. Treat other people with kindness. Be nice. Be good. And be sure to drink your Ovaltine. That's all I have to say. That's it. Good night. Have a good one.